What's up, everybody?
Are we on?
We're going Woo! It's Tuesday.
Tuesday's fun day.
Yep.
Welcome.
Fun day, because it's show day.
Welcome. How's everybody doing? This is what we do. We dance to the theme.
Sometimes we forget because we change. So that you can. Where's that face? We're on my YouTube. Don't be weird.
Spit.
Yep. But hey.
Oh, wow.
We're starting!
There it is.
Patrick Neal telling us that it is starting. Welcome. It's Tuesday. How are you? Are you doing good? I mean,
are you doing good?
I'm not good at all, but it's
at all?
fine. No, it's fine. Corona has done its thing. So anyway, hey, we got today's show. We got cooking tips with Alyssa Gibbs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be checking with her. She makes the best cookie. So we're gonna just check in with her.
You haven't heard.
See how they're made.
We've been talking about it for a long time.
We've been talking about it. I strongly encourage you to make friends with Alyssa and get yourself a cookie.
Mostly because she's great, but
she
also
is great.
Chris just
she is great. I love Alyssa.
Is hanging out with
I loved her before I knew about the cookies, and then cookies. So
yeah, that's all you've talked to her about.
Yeah, I know, and I need
Poor
to.
Alyssa.
Yeah, we're gonna branch out today though.
Okay.
And then creepy book time with Sean.
It's back.
It's back. Last week we took the children's book and made it creepy. So we'll continue looking at that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Look forward to it.
Then we got a little thing called hot takes, where we're gonna do some hot takes, and then you can chime in on what you think about hot takes. And then we did this last Wednesday show. We did a Nextdoor video, and some people loved it, some people didn't understand it, but we're doing it again. And it's all about what happens in your neighborhood. We take actual videos, and we'll explain that here in just a little bit. And then a Devo, because that's what we do on our show. We give you a little bit of encouragement. We give you a little bit of the word. So
that's what's coming up. So it's going to be good. Hey,
it's going to be good.
Can't wait to hang out with you.
Yeah. So. Hey, we are one more week in May. Next week.
When?
It's going to be May.
It's going to be the end of May.
Wow, what happened to May? But school will be out.
Holla!
And so we're going to change the show time, maybe. So if you have any input on that, let us know. When would you actually watch the show? Because we know 1 o'clock. When school's out, you may be doing, I don't know what you're doing.
1 o'clock may be preferred.
Or you may want to do
might be waking up
a late night thing. I
don't know.
Let us know. But that we need input on that. And then Sunday.
We're here for you.
We make you the show. Sunday, we did our live stream.
We did.
And it
Sunday morning, worship.
It was a couple of things we need to fix, but other than that, it was really a good morning.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, you can go back and watch it. Over 400 and something people watched it, which is
so
crazy.
Fun. And it's just fun to be back in worship.
Yeah. So that's on YouTube. So we'll be back this Sunday for it all again at 11 o'clock. So go to small group, and then at 11,
come join us for
hang out
worship.
with us. Yeah. And then Wednesday night Bible study is still
happening. Last
canceled.
Wednesday we didn't because we did a big live, but
we're back on the Zoom, and we know you love the Zoom. Yeah. We know you love it, so we're back on Zoom.
Yep.
Middle school at 7, high school at 8. Follow us on social media to get all the deets on that.
Yep.
All right. So cool. It was a good week. It's a good week, I would say.
It's good times.
Hey, let's look at some headlines that are going on around your globe.
What's
first
happening?
of all, the College Board. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the College Board, but middle schoolers, College Board is this thing that when you take AP classes, they do
They
stuff.
give you college credit.
Yeah, and so you take an AP test.
They do a lot of other things too.
And they give you scholarships and all these resources. Well, apparently, students who took this last week for AP, they're doing it. They're doing like an hour, 2 hours working on this thing, and at the end of it, you couldn't submit.
Yeah.
And everybody was freaking out. So when you're taking a test, obviously you've just spent 2 hours and the button won't work, and you're like,
working on this.
"What? This won't submit?" And this gives you college credit. My son was one of them, taking the test, doing some AP computer science, and then boom, he can't submit it. He's freaking out. And turns out College Board's like, "Oopsie, our bad." And so here's the thing, College Board, if you're watching, we can't retest till like June 24th. Boo to you! Like, just reset the system and send out the link. That's all I'm saying.
That's all we need.
I don't know if anybody else was affected by that.
Yeah.
But let us know. Apparently, it was a
What a dumb
nationwide glitch.
For a whole crew of people not to
No.
get college credit.
Yeah. So anyway, and hey, robots are delivering
Yes.
food in Frisco.
In Frisco. We've
What?
seen them around. Well, I haven't
So-
personally seen them, but I've seen people who've seen them.
Yeah, there it
But
is.
there they
You
are.
can-
They're delivering food. If you order like DoorDash or Uber Eats or
DoorDash, I
something,
think this thing arrives.
yeah,
and
it just brings food to you. It senses when cars come, so it like stops across the street. And
I don't
Isn't
like
that
that at all.
wild?
And
Yeah.
there's a video on YouTube, but we couldn't get it pulled up. But apparently, you can. Some guy's trying to steal the food.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. Would you order that? Would you order from the robot?
I mean,
The
I'm
food
not
bot?
opposed to it. What I am opposed to is the robot cars that drive people around. I
Mhm.
think that's weird and creepy.
Yeah.
But robots that just deliver food,
Yeah. Huh.
I don't
Alright.
know that it's like
If-
beneficial or
If
not. But
anyone
oh,
wants,
Carson says she saw one.
okay. Well, if you want to order one, please order it. Video the whole process. We
Yeah,
want
we'd
to
love
see.
to see that.
I don't know where it delivers to. I don't think it's that far.
Is it slow, fast? Like,
I don't know. Let's find
I
out
feel
more
like
about
it's probably
this robots.
slower than a human delivery,
Yeah.
or probably just go to the restaurant and pick it up.
Yeah. What does it do when it
Has
gets there and it's
human
not ready?
interaction.
Like,
Oh,
like I don't know.
like it goes to the restaurant.
I'm leaving now. I don't know. It's so dumb.
I don't think it talks to you. I don't
I'm
think.
now delivering.
I don't think
your
we're there with
food.
robots yet.
I'm delivering.
But maybe.
Because what would be better than some Wingstop delivered by a robot? I say nothing.
A lot of things would
Nothing.
be better than
Oh,
Wingstop.
it's so good. Oh, Wingstop's so good. And then, hey, we don't know if you've seen it. I haven't seen it. Sean's seen it, but the Dude
But Dude
Perfect
Perfect.
documentary came out. It's on the YouTube. So when
The-
you're watching our show, and you're like, hey, I need something to do. Apparently, this is a great documentary. Sean can tell you more in the chat there, but they share their faith. These dudes are the real deal.
Yeah.
One of them, their kid goes to our Sunshine School
Yeah,
or
preschool.
Academy,
Yeah.
and they're there all the time dropping them off. And apparently, our kids have them on Zoom. They did a Zoom call
Yeah.
with our FBC kids. So we
Cool.
haven't tried to reach out to them, but Dude Perfect, if you're
Since
watching,
Blackie left.
you can come on our show. Maybe we should. Maybe we try to get
Maybe.
him on one of ours. If you'd
Yeah.
like to see Dude Perfect on the show, you let us know, and we'll see what we can do. All right. So those are your headlines. So that's all we know.
So that's all we know.
Other than that, it's just all Corona. It's just all Corona headlines. This, that, Corona. So yeah, there's some good things happening in the world regardless, like robots who deliver your food.
Hey, it's kind of cool.
Well, hey, let's call right now. Let's call Alyssa Gibbs and let's get her
Let's
on
do it.
because she's cooking some cookies right now, and I'm very excited because I get to go over there when she's done and get these cookies ready, and I will make a quick run over there. How about that? So,
How about it?
So we'll see if we can get a hold of Alyssa. And,
You had one of her cookies yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Hi.
Carson says she. Hi.
Hi, Alyssa.
What's
Hey,
up?
How is it going?
it's good.
Yeah. Well, good to see you. First of all, for people who may not know you, tell us all about what we need to know about you.
Okay, I'm Alyssa, and I'm a sophomore at Memorial High School.
Memorial.
Woohoo! I do track and cross country. I have an older brother, and that's really it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, Alyssa, I didn't even know you could make cookies. How did that come to know about the cookies? I can't remember.
My dad just started making them, and then I wanted to try them one day, and so I made them for like a work competition he had, and they won.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They did.
Casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just no big deal. My
I want a
dad.
whole
You know.
competition with
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was beating 75-year-old grandmas down. It's cool. And so I had
That's awesome.
I had your cookie like 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? It's because they were in the church parking lot and they offered you a cookie.
That's right. You guys were
Yeah.
hanging out in the church parking lot, you and Alexa, and I came up
Yeah.
and
Y'all
you
were very distant, so it's all safe.
all safe, and you
Thank
had
you.
the cookies, and then I had one, and I lost my mind.
Yeah. And you ran in and told Megan, and Megan sprinted out of that office.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
came because Megan likes a good cookie.
She likes food.
Well, can you tell us? I don't want to give away your secrets, but can you just show us a little bit about what goes into the cookies? I mean, I know love goes into the cookies.
Oh, of course.
What kind of ingredients are
Um,
we dealing with here?
So, I mean, I don't really know. Here's like the cookie dough.
Okay.
There's just a lot of chocolate chips in it.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to like weigh each one of them to 2.1 ounces, so they all like cook evenly.
That's your secret,
that's-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're all even.
So every cookie weighs exactly the same.
Yes.
How do you do that?
With my scale.
Oh, is that like a cookie scale, or can you weigh
Yeah.
anything on it?
I think it's just like a cookie scale. I don't know.
Okay.
And then you have to like split them in half once you weigh them, and then push them together.
What? Do that again. Show us that little tip.
Okay, hold on. It kind of takes a while to like get all the cookie dough.
Yeah.
So you just like split it in half, and then push it together,
Okay.
and then
It just
the cookie's
pan
done.
like that.
Huh.
Mhm.
I've made cookies all my life, and I've never known that technique is what I should be doing.
I am kind of drooling a little bit. The closer that cookie got to the cookie.
I couldn't tell you why we split them in half, but we just do.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
Alyssa, you are a cross country runner. Is that correct?
Yes.
What's the furthest you've ever ran?
14 miles?
What?
That's far.
Yeah.
What did you do it
Yeah.
just for fun, or was it for a race?
It was like during practice.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah. Like you asked, did we do it for fun? Yeah, you know what? I just ran
Some
14
people love
miles
to
for
run.
fun.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I sometimes run for fun, but not a lot,
yeah.
or really at all. But
Now, what's your fastest time you ran a mile? Do you know?
no, I haven't timed my mile in forever.
Okay. So, and then, so are you pretty good at cross country? You know, when you do a meet, how you ranking up?
I placed in like 4 meets.
Okay.
And then if we do have a cross country season this fall, I'll be on varsity.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Look out. All right, now, so can you show us the pan? What's going on? How do we place these things on the
Okay. This is kind of like really hard.
Oh yeah.
There's-
That's
Oh, those are
It's like a
huge.
rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want
They
the
are
cookie
really
dough.
big. Like,
I love cookie
Yeah.
dough so much.
and then here, we weigh them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do right there? Oh, you
Those
just add a
should
little to
add
it.
more.
Okay.
Mhm. And then you split it. I feel like a cooking show.
This is
And then you just
yeah.
place it down there.
So much love goes into these cookies.
Yes. Oh.
No.
And we like give grace every time we like eat them. No.
know.
If you have a question for Alyssa, let us know in the chat. We'll be sure to ask her. Now, Alyssa, are you, just maybe someone's watching and they're like, hey, this girl, she's the real deal. She's, she's really everything. She's beautiful. She's smart, and she makes cookies, and she's athletic. Are you, are you single? What's going on right now?
Sadly, no. I
Oh.
am not single.
Okay.
Well, not sadly for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like to other people.
Okay.
um,
Is it
I mean,
anybody?
unless it is sad, then that's a whole nother conversation. But
no. No, they don't go to church, but I brought him to church.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Is he watching right now? Do you have any idea?
No, he's at his grandma's house.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
nice. Okay.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Well, okay. Well, there goes that question. We can't ask any more of those.
Here's a question
shut that
from
down.
the chat. Can you cook these on the grill?
I've never tried, but I mean,
And on a grill. You could
Go
cook
for
these
it.
on a grill. I've seen people doing that recently. Is there a certain brand of chocolate chips you use?
the 5-pound bag from Costco.
Mm,
Nice.
Yes, it lasts a really long time.
yeah. What other?
Brendan
go
says,
ahead.
all in all caps, stop bribing for cookies, Chris. I think they're saying, like, you got her on the show because of bribery, because you just want
No,
some cookies.
I got it
but-
on the show because I want the world to experience these cookies. They're
Yeah.
so good. You've got to have them. So.
Thank you.
So Alyssa, if what else do you bake? Do you make other things, or is like baking your specialty? Do you cook other stuff?
So we have a homemade ice cream maker. And I got it when I was like 7 or something. I don't really know. But I used to make ice cream all the time until I broke it. So, and then
Cat wants to replenish the Gibbs's ice cream maker, then they would be appreciative.
Please donate.
Because then you said earlier today when we talked to you earlier that you could, the dream way to eat these cookies is an ice cream sandwich.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's
like homemade ice cream. It hits different.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so bad.
I sometimes make brownies, but we haven't like really been able to find a good brownie recipe.
Okay.
So if any of y'all have that, put that in the chat.
Okay. If you have a good brownie recipe, put it in there.
Here's how I make brownies. I get a box mix, but then you add in a whole bunch of chocolate chips and it makes it gooier, but not like they're still cooked all the way. And
oh wait, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah. So
you want to know how I make brownies? I go to the store and I go down that little Debbie aisle and I get me a cosmic brownie, which aren't great, by the way.
I mean, they're fine.
They're okay.
They're like they don't beat a homemade brownie.
Yeah.
At all.
No.
Yeah.
Now, Alyssa, I want you to know I'm showing you this. This is the Tupperware bowl that last time you brought cookies on our 25th show. You brought these, and so I'm going to bring this back to you. So tell Mama Gibbs it's coming. Okay, I got it.
I will.
Mama Gibbs, if you're watching, it's coming.
I actually think she's watching. I'm not sure.
Also in the chat, they want to know, could you make these cookies as chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream?
Yeah, but would it be safe?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Still,
but I mean, go for it.
I mean, in this Corona season, does it matter if it's safe? I say no. I say just you're gonna get something, you know. So might as well go out eating a cookie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true. So good.
So, Alyssa, what kind of, if you could give everybody maybe, because here's the deal. I tried to make some stuff from. I tried to cook for my wife the other night. It did not go well at all. If you're saying to someone, hey, like they want to learn to cook, what kind of encouragement could you give them? Did it take you some time and practice, or are you just naturally gifted?
Well, the first time, or like the second time I made them, I accidentally used salted butter instead of unsalted butter. So always check your butters, because those are some really salty cookies.
That should be on a t-shirt. Always check your butter. For sure. I've always said that.
I think probably it helps to just follow the instructions.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think we should do a segment.
Some of them don't specify it, so it's kind of confusing on which one to do.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you use old recipes, call butter different things. Have you ever seen like one of those?
Like margarine or
yeah,
something.
margarine or like my grandma, all her recipes say oleo, whatever that is, but it means butter.
That makes zero sense.
It doesn't. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Alyssa, how long do those have to bake there in the oven? How long are we talking?
16 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
That's so precise.
And not a second or a minute.
Everything.
What happens if they're in a little longer? They burn up?
No, but that was just like the perfect ratio.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we get another look at the cookies on the pan? I know you don't have very many.
Yes. So I just put the one in the oven, and then that's the rest of the cookie dough.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can only put, how many can you get on that tray right there?
That's the small tray. So I'm not quite sure, but the big tray, let me count. 16.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Man, all right. So, Alyssa, last question, and then we got to go. If someone wants to taste one of your cookies, what do they need to do? How do they go about this? Maybe when we're back in session, when we're back.
Yes, I could make some.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll make like a whole bunch for everyone at church.
Okay. So when the time
Big
comes
news.
when we can meet together, and we'll buy the supplies, whatever you need, and you'll cook them, and it'll be a party.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here for
Okay.
that.
I'm
I feel like
so
people in the chat are gonna
ready.
love
Okay.
that.
Well, Alyssa, thank you, and Brittany and I will be over
Thank
soon
you.
to get those and give you this.
Okay.
Mostly to give you the Tupperware back, but also
Also to see you, of course, to say hello
course,
to the Gibbses, and then get those cookies. So,
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks
So
for
good.
sharing. And if you want the recipe,
Thank
let us know,
you.
and we'll get it
Yeah.
to the folks, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Alyssa, thank you for baking. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, man, that's awesome. Making the cookies.
So fun.
So fun to make the cookies.
So good.
And she runs, and she's an athlete, and
She's kind.
yeah.
Fun.
She loves the Lord. She led someone in middle school, led this
Yeah.
boy to Christ at her lunch table. It was awesome. So anyway,
good.
cool. Well, that is cookie making, and we hope you enjoyed that. Maybe learned a little something. Maybe we're
Yeah.
inspired or encouraged to make your own cookies.
Yeah, because this is the time when you can learn a new skill. So if you don't know how to bake things,
You got plenty of time.
you have so much time.
Yeah, make yourself.
Just maybe don't set things on fire.
Oops. All right, hey, let's check in with Sean, and we got some stuff about some books. We've been taking this children's book called Goodnight Moon and making it weird, making it creepy. So,
Love that. So,
Sean, what's up, dude?
up?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm so good. Like seeing those cookies made me want to wrap this up. Go bake some cookies.
Now, are you a baker at all, Sean?
I am a grill master, but
Okay.
I don't do much in the kitchen. I do it all on the back porch.
Okay, all right. Have you ever had a cookie? You ever tried to make cookies out there?
See, that's what I was asking her. I was like, man, I wonder if you could just slap that on the grill, shut the lid, heat it up to 400 degrees, and see what happens.
Please do it and let us know.
I'll try a baked cookie.
I'll try any kind of cookie. Uncooked, baked, grilled.
Wow.
Doesn't matter to me. Now, is April a cooker?
Yes, she's really good.
Okay. Has she been
Like
baking
everything
a lot
she
of
makes
stuff?
is a home run. Even if it's something terrible like fish, it's just she still makes it good.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, last week you kind of ruined some kids' childhood
I did.
with this book, and people were talking about it. We know we've been seeing like Laura Lester. We've been seeing some people, the Bells. They're worked up about this book. So today you have some more to bring to us.
I do, guys. I do. I literally haven't slept since the last show because there's just so much rolling around in my head about this. Like the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, this is the greatest unsolved mystery of our day.
Wow. Of our whole time.
Yeah, and if you didn't see if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch last week's show to this segment, and then find out about it, because there's a serial killer grandma. There's people are missing. I mean, it's a weird deal. So
Some Inception with pictures.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And we're talking about Goodnight Moon, all right? Goodnight Moon is this beloved children's tale, but no, it's not. It's actually really sinister.
well, give us some more details about this. Like,
Okay, guys, so I told you I haven't been sleeping much. That's why I have the hat on. I got that I haven't slept in a week hair. It's different than bedhead. But I come up with some other reasons. All right, now, if you remember on the back cover of Goodnight Moon, there are other titles by Margaret Wise Brown.
Yes.
And one of those was called Runaway Bunny. That's what this is, okay?
okay,
Runaway Bunny. Now, it seems harmless enough, right? Well, I started digging. And you know what happens when I start digging on these conspiracy theories.
yeah,
Number one, I couldn't find the book anywhere. It's out of stock, like all over the
Wow.
place. So
interesting.
there's a clue. Now, I'm going to give you some. I'm looking over here at my notes because I want to make sure the viewers of our number one live midday youth ministry show in Frisco can track with us, okay?
Yes.
Runaway Bunny was written in 1942,
Okay.
okay? That's 5 years before Goodnight Moon, okay?
Okay.
So this one is kind of like a little precursor. And man, your minds are about to be blown. Here we go. The opening line of Runaway Bunny is this right here. Once there was a little bunny who wanted to run away. Okay? Now look right here. See that? That's the mother chasing after her little bunny who wants to run away. Now,
okay.
it appears that in this world, the mother she knows the dangers of living in this area. So as soon as her little bunny starts to get that first burst of like independence, she goes into survival mode. So this is the first page. The rest of the book is her kind of equipping her son that if he ever does leave, these are the skills he needs to survive an encounter with the giggling granny.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the quiet old lady whispering hush.
Oh, is she in this one too?
She is.
Stop. I'm out.
This is how. All right, that was reason number 10 of our list. All right,
Okay.
we did
Well,
9
jump
reasons on Goodnight Moon. Here's some follow-up. Reason number 11 from Runaway Bunny. I'm going to use some of the quotes of the mother in this book. You're never going to see children's books the same. All right. Number 1. All right, this whole thing, the bunny's running away saying, now, if I do this, then blah, blah, blah. And then the mom's like, well, if you do, and that's where she starts to fill in the gaps to equip her kids, all right? So this is one of the things she says. If you become a fish in a trout stream, said his mother, I will become a fisherman and I will fish for you.
Oh, that's sweet,
It
actually.
is sweet.
Isn't that sweet?
Nice.
No, it's a survival skill, all right? Now, you go back to Goodnight Moon, all right? Go back to Goodnight Moon on the page in the middle of the book where it says Goodnight Room. Look immediately under those words. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull this up from Gabe Bell real quick because he sent this in to me. It was a picture. Well, I can't find it. Well, it's gone. But underneath Goodnight Room, there's a painting hanging on the wall of the Great Green Room of a larger bunny fishing for a younger bunny with a carrot on the end of the fishing pole.
Oh.
Now, this is what Gabe said. This larger bunny, probably the old lady's son or husband, is luring in a victim fishing with a carrot.
Okay.
He's hanging on the wall. This mom is warning him, beware of fishermen. She knows what's up. There's something mysterious going on. So she's saying, hey, speaking of fishermen, watch out. I will rescue you if you ever encounter a fisherman in the stream. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Next, the bunny says this. I don't have a picture of the page because I said this is hard to find right now. This is all like dark web. Okay? The bunny says, I will become a crocus in a garden. And then the mom says, well, then I'll just become a gardener and I will find you. Okay? Let's unpack that real quick. All right? A crocus. I looked this up because I'm not a horticulturist like your grandpa. But a crocus, they are able to thrive in the winter because their leaves are protected from frost.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't matter until I tell you this next part. The mother says, I will find you, right? And it means no matter the season. So if you're a crocus in the winter, I will find you. Here's why that matters. If you look in Goodnight Moon, it is pitch black dark outside at 7:20. When does the sky get that dark?
Never.
In the winter.
In the
Right?
winter.
So she's already saying, if you're a crocus, it's the winter. They're putting this together, all right? Like, beware of the early darkness.
Okay.
But this is a chilling reminder for the little bunny to hold on to because arsenic, which is what the giggling granny used to kill her victims, it's used in pesticides. Where do you use pesticides? In a garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see how it's all coming together, guys?
Yeah.
Now,
It's all.
Now here's another page later in the book. The little bunny says, I'm going to go join a circus and be a trapeze artist, okay? This is the page. And the mother says, I will walk across the air to you, okay? So she's going big time like, hey, all of these things are my suspicions about what's going on. But you remember what happens at the very end of Goodnight Moon? When the little bunny says, good night, air. She wasn't able to keep this promise. He's recalling these things that his mom is telling him, and he's like, good night, air. You didn't walk across the air. All right, reason number 12. All right, back to this exact same page. All right, I'll be a tightrope walker. She says, if you become a tightrope walker and walk across the air, said the bunny, I will become a little boy and run into a house.
Okay.
Okay, you go back to Goodnight Moon on the bookshelf. You know what's on that bookshelf? Creepy little people dolls are sitting on the bookshelf. Okay? This is what Gabe Bell sent me. He said there are creepy human dolls in a bunny house in a bunny world. So this dude is saying, I will become a little boy and run into a house. Well, guess what's in Goodnight Moon is a little boy in that house.
Oh no.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, this is the one that's going to keep you guys up at night. Okay?
All right.
Reason number 13.
Parental guidance is suggested for this next part.
Yes, you might want to mute your screen if there's young listeners. We're keeping it clean and classy.
Screen.
Reason number 13. All right, remember this. There was a serial killer at large in the United States during this time. Her name was Nanny Doss.
Right.
Her alias was the Giggling Granny. Okay. Now, I timelined this whole thing out. I told you I haven't been sleeping much. There had been 3 mysterious deaths before the publication of Runaway Bunny. Okay.
Okay.
In 1927, Nanny Doss killed her own 2 middle daughters and her mother-in-law.
Goodness.
Okay. Now, suspecting that Nanny did this, her first husband, Samuel, moved out of the house and took the oldest child with him. Okay? Now, there's already suspicion that Nanny's doing this in 1927. Margaret Wise Brown, the author of these books, was born in 1910. All right? So that means that when she was 19, when the 3rd murder happened. So she had a lot of time to research this and process this because there was already suspicion of Nanny. So she's looking into her, right? And she's writing this down. So Runaway Bunny, it sets up the suspicion that something weird is going on. When Goodnight Moon is published, it confirms all of those clues. Because, all right, ready? By the time Goodnight Moon was published, okay, 1947, there had been 7 mysterious deaths that occurred around Nanny Doss. And they all had the same MO. Asphyxiation, arsenic. Like there was all these like suddenly died, mysteriously died, okay? All right.
This is intense.
Back to Goodnight.
Yeah.
Quiet old lady whispering hush had the same MO in all of her kills, right? She put the stuff in the mush, the arsenic in the mush.
Uh-huh.
If you look back at the trophies in the room, do you remember what's on the floor by the bed? A tiger skin rug.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a painting, and there were 3 little bears. 1, 2, 3 little bears sitting in chairs. The Runaway Bunny painting is another victim. That's only 5, okay? But wait. Do you remember what we said about the yarn from last week? She's like knitting together from the fur of her victims, right? Well, when you look at that page, in the room, there's a pair of socks and a pair of mittens. There are 7 victims in Goodnight Moon. Nanny Doss had 7 victims at the time of publication. She was on to something, guys. She was on to something.
She knew it. So what happened to the author of Goodnight Moon? What happened to her?
She died mysteriously at 42. She was only 42. And then, like, the next year, Nanny Doss's husband dies, and then she admits her guilt to most of these crimes and goes to jail for the rest of her life.
And she was trying to tell us something.
She was trying to tell us. She knew from the beginning.
So
Goodnight Moon, Runaway Bunny, yeah, they're cute and sweet, but between the layers of these pages is just a sinister plot to uncover a serial killer.
Yeah. Wow. It's making me rethink so many children's books right now.
Now, if I end up mysteriously disappearing, we all know why.
We have it on tape, so we're good.
We have it.
Yeah.
We have so many viewers of this show. You know now.
So,
in the chat, I mean, there's a lot going on, but Gabe wants to talk about the spears on the wall.
Spears and the curtain.
Yes. He sent me a picture from Goodnight Moon that the curtain rods, they have spear tips on them.
Mm-mm.
So he said they're using those for hunting. And like, what's one way that you can fish? With a spear.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Dang. Full circle.
Man. Okay, well, Sean, I think at this point we better get off of here in case people are listening. People are kind of figuring out your Wi-Fi signal where you're located.
Yeah. In the chat, they're claiming there's a van outside your house, so just watch your back a little bit.
Yeah.
They're what? They're it.
Okay.
Oh.
Sean, Okay, we lost
Oh,
him. Okay,
he-
someone check
he
on
got off
Sean.
fast,
I'll
so-
text April, make sure he's okay. But
We don't
wow, wow, that's something else, Brittany. That is something
Yeah.
else. So if you're confused and lost, just go
So
back
am I.
to last
Fine.
week and just unravel this children's
Yeah.
book. All right, hey, it's time for a little thing we're going to do this week called Hot Takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Something happy or more controversial.
Where we throw up a
We
hot
should have a
take.
graphic for it.
And you guys can talk about it in
Yeah.
the chat.
So-
all right, so here we go.
I don't know what's first because I don't
Just
know
throw
the
it up
order of
there.
them. But
Here we go. Today's hot take is
brushing your teeth in the shower is completely acceptable. Yes or no?
yeah. What do you think? I say yeah. I say
Sure.
why not? Like you're in there, you're already wet, you're already going to be spitting. I've never done it personally, but I think if you're going to, there's no judgment here.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
I think it's kind of weird, but
yeah.
I don't think it's like wrong.
I guess the thing about it is you'd have to have the cup in the shower. Then that would make sense. I guess
Yeah,
if
do
you
you
always
store the toothbrush?
I think
'Cause to
you'd
me,
have
it's
to.
like, well, if you get in the shower and you brush your teeth, then how do you wash your face? The toothbrush needs to just stay in your mouth. Because
Yeah, I
to put it
think
on
you
the
just-
side of the tub is gross to me.
Yeah, but if you're in the shower, you just put it on a little shower rack,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
and just hope there's not some hair in it, which would
Yeah.
be totally disgusting and
that's
gross.
disgusting.
But yeah, so I don't know.
And maybe like don't let the spit go on your feet.
Yeah,
That would be kind of gross. To me.
I would say if you're gonna brush, like don't get out of the shower and that's
and then get
back in.
Yeah.
Just leave it in there and do it
Yeah,
in the
all at
shower.
once.
That's what I'd
Now,
say.
would you just store the toothbrush and the toothpaste in the shower?
Yeah, I think you keep all of it in there.
You
That
would
way you
like,
just
start
brush.
brushing your teeth, get in the shower.
Yeah, but then it tells me that you probably only brush your teeth once a day, and that may be
that's
weird.
true.
So unless
That's
you're
a problem.
showering a couple of times a day,
Which also is kind of a waste
yeah.
of water.
So anyway, I
yeah,
don't know.
people are saying.
What are they saying?
Abby Morgan says no. What? Why would someone think that? No. Carson says it seems gross. Chloe says it's odd but makes sense. Grant told Hardy to be quiet, so there's that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So
I guess so.
I guess
yeah.
that's fine. Okay.
Brendan says it's a terrible idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like Brendan
So-
knows terrible ideas when he sees one. So.
Gabriel Bell says use the toothbrush as a comb.
Oh.
Then never brush your teeth with
should
that.
not do that.
And
yeah.
also, it wouldn't do anything for your hair.
And we'll have time for maybe one more quick hot take. Here's this hot take, and I totally agree with this one. Country music is trash. And I'm saying this.
That's an unpopular opinion around here.
I'm saying this new country. Okay, like I'm okay with like
you love Garth Brooks.
you give me some Garth, you give me some King George, I am in. You give me some like old school, I'm in. You start playing Florida Georgia Line, I'm out. Okay, I don't need Florida
Yeah.
Georgia Line in my life. Okay, I
The
like
pop
Taylor
country.
Swift when she was cool, when she was country. Now this, I mean, I
So
still.
you like Taylor Swift's country because that's more new pop country.
Well, but when our first album, like way first
It's
album,
still new
it was
pop country,
no,
yeah.
it was guitar at least.
Well, yeah, but
You know,
it's more
I don't
pop
I
than
don't
not.
need a DJ in my country music.
She
Is what I'm
came
saying.
out like right as the country music like turned to pop.
Yeah, but she was early on. I'm just saying, like, if you have a scratch guy, like a DJ, you're not country music. That's all I'm
Like
saying.
Darius Rucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Right.
like raps in country.
yeah.
in
Which
that tune.
Darius Rucker's good though, because he's got
Well, yeah.
that wagon wheel song. But
I don't like
I don't know this new stuff. I don't know. What are people saying? They like this? They don't?
Grant Miller said Florida Georgia Line is hot trash. Facts, Chris.
Fact. Thank you.
Brendan doesn't hate country music, but it's definitely not a go-to. See, I get in moods where I'm like, this is a country music kind of day, but
Yeah.
I don't love the new stuff. I just want some old school.
Yeah.
Carson says country music is the best. Chandler says people can like what they like.
Mm.
Agreed. If
yeah.
you like country music,
If
you're
you
not
like
wrong.
it, I mean,
You're just
if you like trash. then-
missing out
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah.
you do you. You do you. But
Yep.
you know what's never taken off though is country western Christian. Has that ever taken off?
I don't even know what that is.
Is there like a
country western? Christian
like is there
music?
like a Christian that's country,
Hmm.
but he because I think a lot of times country music is Christian. Sometimes,
Yeah,
not always,
that's
but
fair.
a lot of times.
It's a lot of good.
Right, it's
Yeah.
good, wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not been just like we have Christian rock, Christian rap. Is there a Christian? No,
I don't know.
And it's
I'm
probably,
sure there is.
It's probably horrible.
Yeah,
if it
you got like the
exists.
gospel, like some old school gospel
Yeah.
music is.
Yeah. Okay. All
Crowder
right.
can do some country because it's bluegrass.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
true.
if
That's
country,
bluegrass though.
but-
I don't know. Hey, so those are our hot takes for the day. We'll do some more and have you chime in, but whatever you think. These are just our hot
Thomas
takes.
just said this is more of a lukewarm take.
Mm.
So,
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
good.
All right.
Update: Sean is okay. It was
Okay.
an ice cream truck, not a creepy
okay,
van.
good.
So
And then, Alyssa, if you can tell us how the cookies are coming in, we'd like to know how those
Yeah.
are coming along as well. Hey, we did a segment. Sean kind of dreamed this up, and we did this segment where there's an app called Nextdoor app. And what it is it's kind of similar to Facebook, but it's only for people in your specific neighborhood. And they get on there and they talk about things. They're basically complaining about their neighborhood. And we don't know anything about these people. We can see pictures a lot of times.
sometimes they don't even put their names.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, you have to, I think that's a requirement. You have to put your name.
I read one the other day. It was like a.
Anyway, so then you gotta and then a lot of people we don't know if it's broken English or they don't know English well or they're just in a hurry. But there's a lot of mistypos and different things. So what we've done is we've taken actual Nextdoor columns, comments, and we made a video.
Word for word.
Word for word.
We didn't change
a
anything.
bit. So we did dog poo on Wednesday's show.
Mhm.
This one's all about someone finding some trash in their neighborhood.
So
take a look.
I can't comment for that. Someone left it on my lot.
How dare!
Happened at nights. I can't do this to dropping my stuff off on other house lot.
Is that part of an electric gate that maybe malfunctioned?
Bed frame.
Well, issue is the city won't pick up trash. Instead of people dumping because it costs $300, $400 for people to leave their trash. It's not right, but I understand the issue.
That sucks. Sorry about that.
This is just trouble. We need security camera.
That's correct.
I don't understand. It can be cut up and put in the trash. Why dump it, lazy?
Wow, I can't believe. Zero manners, I tell you. Call the city. I think they can help to pick it up.
Thanks a lot for everyone. I'm really so mad that's happened for neighborhood.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, Bob. But I think that someday the perpetrator, they're going to have a lot of explaining to do when they meet his or her maker.
I am sorry. Some things we might slightly disagree on. This is not one of them.
I'd recommend get a circular saw, cut it in pieces and throw it in the trash. Or break it with a hammer and throw it in the trash. You need lights in the back and some kind of video camera to be able to catch people doing this. Good luck.
If you need a hand cutting that up, you let me know. I'll bring the saw over and have it done in seconds.
Make lemonade. I did a YouTube search, and there's lots of things you can do with pallet wood. I bet bed frame wood would work too. And if you just want to dismantle to trash it as they did not, there's even a video for how to do that too. Offer it for free. Someone might be looking for wood.
Yup, but this one's metals frame. You know it's easy for someone left anywheres and give others hard times. OMG, that happened to me as well. Had people throwing office chairs in our alleyway. Had neighbors leaving notes saying, throw it away. Crazy.
I just went to the Custer Road transfer station Monday. I would have been glad to throw it on my pile. I hope everyone knows we have a dump off right there in Plano. You can use it free twice a month. All you need is your license and your water bill, and anyone can use it. Large items and even mulching area for your yard waste.
I love seeing the huge loaded tractor that gets all the trash out. Sorry that happened. Some people suck with their rudeness and selfishness. There are free options to drop it off, or if you wait, bulk pickup is supposed to resume in Frisco on May 1st. Here's what the city said. Bulk waste collections to resume Friday, May 1st.
It happened to me too. I ended up taking 2 mattress platforms to the dump since they were ditched at the end of my driveway. Happened to be right when they quit doing large trash pickup.
That was me. Sorta. I was in the middle of the street about 10 p.m. I saw it in the road and I swerved. I didn't want it to hit anybody. It looks like it fell off someone's truck. I didn't want it to get ran over and injure someone. So I pulled over and pulled it up on the yard, but I certainly didn't prop it up on the yard or anything.
Thanks. You did great job. Someone can do accident.
Looks like trash to me. Just like the people who left it.
And
There you
go.
have it.
A
Word
real
for word.
And if you're like the broken English, we're reading it just as we see it on the screen. So anyway, we'll keep doing some more of those because those are fun, and people are getting heated about all kinds of stuff right in your neighborhood. So
And it's quality.
yeah, if you don't have the Nextdoor app, get it. It's awesome. It's good times. Well, something to be more encouraged about today, because we can, that's kind of negative, cranky neighbors. Let's talk a little encouragement, and here to bring us some encouragement is Carson Beck. So take it away, Carson.
Hi everyone, my name's Carson. I'm a junior here at Blue, and I'm going to be giving a Devo today on enduring sufferings and kind of pressing on through those struggles in life that we all will face. So just an example to start off with of how God used my struggle and turned it into a blessing is actually from my freshman year. So going into my freshman year, I tried out for the cheer team and I ended up not making it. And it was very hard for me to take because I thought that cheer was the place I was meant to be for my life. But that summer, I did end up getting put on the cheer team because somebody on the squad ended up moving away. And through being on the cheer team, I just kind of learned that it wasn't the space for me. And it was better for me to not be on the cheer team than to be put on it. And it was cool because I understand why God didn't want me to be on the cheer team and kind of took pain in not making it and pain on being on the squad and turned that into a blessing. That is, now I'm on the drill team and I am so much happier and it's much more of my space to be. And just saying that is not the case with all schools or all people, so it's not a bad thing to be on the cheer team. It just wasn't my place to be. So some verses that I will use to kind of go along with this. If you want to flip to Isaiah 43 with me, I'll be reading verse 2. It says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep you over. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." So in this verse, I think it's cool that it starts with when and not if. It doesn't say if you pass through the waters or if you walk through the fire, it says when. And it just kind of is saying that we all will go through these things. We probably won't physically walk through a fire, but we will have to endure some struggles in life. And we just have to understand that God is with us the whole time and he's holding our hands, and he doesn't want to see us go through these struggles, but he knows that it's best for us to endure the pain and press on so that we can grow in our faith and stand firm when things get tough in life. And another verse is in Job 2, verse 10. And some context, Satan has basically just went to test Job, and he gave him sores all over his body, which is physically painful for Job. But through this, Job still had his faith in Jesus to understand that it was all for good reasoning. So in verse 10, he says, "He replied, 'You are talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?' In all this, Job did not sin in what he said." So I think it's cool that he says, shall we accept good from God and not trouble? We have to understand God doesn't want to make us go through this trouble, but we have to understand that it's all for good reasoning, and we will accept some blessings if we do go through these things, and we'll get blessings probably not going through pain first. But we just have to understand that it all happens for good reasoning and God has a plan for us. But With that, we just have to understand that God also should not be our last resort whenever we go through these troubles. And so God wants us to come to him whenever we go through these things. And he already knows about everything that happens in our lives, but he also wants to listen to us talk to him about it. And we shouldn't be going to social media or friends because most of the time humans can't give us the same advice that God can. So through that, I just want you all to press on, especially during this time of confusion and struggle and hard times, and understand that something better and bigger is coming for us all. And just keep your faith strong and stay in prayer. So if you would like to get back to the live stream, I will let you go. Sorry I rambled a little bit, but I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Sweet.
Awesome.
So
Thanks,
good.
Carson. And yeah, I mean,
Good.
you say tomato, I say tomato. You say Job, I say Job.
It's spelled the same way.
It's all the same, right? That's why people don't want to read that book of the Bible. They're like, and Job?
Or any story with any names ever. Like,
Yeah.
I always just
I don't know
say,
how to pronounce
and all
this
those
shit.
people that y'all can skim.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's our show for the day. Thank you for watching. And
Yes.
we're going to go pick up
So
some
glad.
cookies. And
Or
we-
return some Tupperware.
yeah, both. And then we will see you guys next week on the show. But tomorrow night, don't forget Bible study. And then Sunday, we're live streaming. And hey, guys,
Live.
we're going to get
Back.
through this. We're going to get through this. And when we do, it's going to be so sweet when we're together.
Yes.
So until
So
then,
good.
keep it classy, keep it safe, and we'll see you next time. Woohoo! Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm going to sew you this cookie.
You're gonna eat it. I think that's the only reason you're
That's not true.
It's so good. So.